ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another epic Pet Simulator X video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new Pet Simulator game which has been leaked, as well as what this game possibly could be for, and a whole lot more. But before we get into it, be sure to subscribe, as it really does help out a ton. And I make content every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also, be sure to join my Discord server, as I make giveaways every single week, and it really does help out a ton. But without further ado, let's get right into this epic Pet Simulator video. Okay, so let's begin with some exciting leaks which have appeared. So first off is this brand new game, and this is actually the testing game for the actual game, or it could be the main game, either one. This is the game which is coming. And you can actually see it's called Happy Pet Game, and it's by Big Games Pets. The description, it says a game about happy pets, they are so happy. And you can see that this game is being actively updated. You can see it was last updated just 4 hours ago, which is really, really recent. And you can see if I click on this, this is actually the Big Games Pets. You can see here, Preston is in it. The games that they have is Pet Simulator X. And why it doesn't appear here is just because it's private. So, yeah, this game is by Pet Simulator X, and it is coming soon. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. But now let's actually get on to some actual asset leaks, which is what will be inside of this game. And credit to Twitter for a lot of these leaks. But here you can actually see, here is the icon and thumbnail, which you can actually see back here. But yeah, it's just got like a paint bucket and a paintbrush. And so this is what leads me to believe that it's a testing server and not the actual one. But we'll have to see. And you can actually see here again, this is what it used to be. Here's what the thumbnail used to actually be. And it's really cool because it is either a VR headset or it's a blindfold. And either one, it looks really cool. And you can see that it was being updated still frequently back then. And it's still being updated, so really interesting. But here are some actual pet icons for the game, which you can see that they're actually a little bit brighter than the ones in Pet Simulator X. And you can see here just some pretty basic pets. We've got the cat, we've got the dog, but you can see how they look a little bit different to the ones in Pet Simulator X. You can see how the parrot looks a little bit thinner, etc. And yeah, so that is what the pets actually look like. And you can actually see even more here with the axolotl and this other pet, which I forget the name of, but either way, it looks really, really cool. And these are some pet icons coming soon. Alright, and then we also have a menu achievement icon for Pet Simulator Z. Now, people are calling this Pet Simulator Z, but, you know, it's not clear if it actually is or not. This is, why they call it Pet Simulator Z is because, this game here actually used to be called, Pet Simulator Z instead of Happy Pet Game, but they actually renamed it. So, yeah, that's actually why they call it Pet Simulator Z. But here you can see an achievement icon, and if you see it compared to this achievement icon, it actually looks pretty similar, but, you know, they are different, which is really, really crazy. But yeah, and then here is again some more assets, and you can see here, this is the, like the enchant icon, which looks really, really interesting. And here is the menu inventory icon, which looks really, really interesting. In fact, it's got 3 pets, and yeah, it looks crazy, to be honest. And yeah, that's basically it for those. But now this next image is absolutely crazy, because this is the this is actually a leaked image of what in-game might look like. So this might be what where you spawn in, and this could be like the first world. So it looks really, really crazy. You can see how it's got like a new currency. It's got down the bottom, it's got new icons, and it just looks really, really interesting. We're going to go deeper into this image in just a second, but let's move on to the last leak, which is Chicken Putty, which is a game developer for big games, actually leaked a game, which you can see here is the thumbnail. You can see it in high quality, and here is actually like another even higher quality image with it by Chicken Putty. But yeah, so these are all the leaks, which look really, really interesting. But now let's actually dive into what these leaks mean and what could be coming to big games. So what do these leaks actually mean? Let's dive right into it. And we're going to actually begin right off where we left off with this leak here. Now, this leak, if you actually notice, this plaza looks really similar to this one right here. So some people actually think it's the same, just a little bit upgraded as such. And what actually people think is this is the spawn area, because if you actually see here, here is the next world over, which is sort of like a desert world. So people think you're going to spawn in right here or right here, and then you're going to be able to travel to the next world when you unlock more things, which look really, really interesting. You can also see how there's like ice, there's like a volcano, and there's just so much. So yeah, it looks really, really interesting. But what do people actually think that this game is actually for? Well, a lot of people think that it's actually not going to replace Pet Simulator X, but it's actually going to be a game for VR players. Why people think this is, one, because of this roller coaster in the background, which would sort of be fun for VR players to go in and everything and experience. But also because if we go right back to here, some people actually believe this is a VR headset and not a blindfold. So if it is a VR headset, then that would make a lot of sense for it to be a VR game. But yeah, really a really cool, interesting theory right there. But other than that, it looks really, really cool. I think, honestly, this new currency is going to be really interesting. Some people are calling it like the cat token, but it looks really cool. And honestly, I think this isn't going to be a new game because there's all balloons and everything. And so I reckon it's going to be a new game because, you know, why would they just like upgrade everything for the default game, you know? And also why I think this is not a replacement to Pet Simulator X is because it actually uses a lot of assets from Pet Simulator X. You can see how it's got like the gold machine and like the I think that's like the merge machine or something. I can't remember its name, but yeah, it uses those, and you can see even with the image being so low quality, you can actually see that these are the same machines as the ones in game. So I think if they did release it as like as a game for VR players, they wouldn't really care if it uses the same models. But if they released it as a, you know, separate new game, players would sort of care that they're reusing models and everything. Also, Pet Simulator X still is getting, let's see, right here, if we scroll down and click on it, you can see Pet Simulator X is still getting 60,000 people playing. And on the weekend, it reaches sometimes up to 1 million people playing at once. So I really doubt they'd release a new game or even begin development on a new game when Pet Simulator X is doing so well, you know? So, but yeah, Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. But that's going to do it all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Remember, I do content every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also, don't forget to drop a like, as it really does help out a ton. And join my Discord server, link is in the description, as I do giveaways every single week. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all very much for watching, liking, and subscribing. And bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.